Welcome back to Terror by the Bay. I'm David. All right, Hunter Biden was interviewed today by the Impeachment Inquiry Committee, headed by James Comer. During breaks, the Democrats came out and said, he's not telling us anything of use or value. This investigation's pretty much over. Stick a fork in it. Let's move on." And the Republicans were like, "Oh, no, he's confirmed some things. And now that we have conflicting testimony, we need to investigate further." Apparently, Hunter Biden's opening comments just accused the Republicans in that committee of a political hit job on his dad who had nothing to do with his businesses. At some point during the committee meetings, Hunter wanted to know, basically, you're investigating me, but yet you will not investigate Jared Kushner. No, we're talking what, 10 million versus $2 billion, right? Now, it's not even whataboutism. It's sort of like well, are we going to be consistent here? Because hey, I know some guy. You're worried about 5 million. I know some guy who's doing 2 billion. Shouldn't that interest you as well? Hear nothing about that. So let's look at the energy around this closed door hearing that happened today. Comer is talking about a public thing. He's also talking about wrapping up. He's also talking about investigating. He's just talking out both sides of his mouth. Entertainment purposes only. How did the Hunter Biden testimony go today? Hi, Priestess. Questions were asked, answers were given. And depending on your political point of view, you could look at them as truth or you could look at them as lies. And the Republicans pretty much said he was lying the whole time. Crossed with the Five of Pentacles in the Page of Pentacles. Actually, what I really think is it was very smart of Hunter Biden to get the cameras out of there so it wasn't videotaped. No leaks. You're gonna have to. You're gonna require the transcript that she's holding. The transcript's gonna have all the questions and all the answers, and it's gonna take a bunch of the drama out of it. It's a poor investigation. There's no evidence there. They're looking for something. They're looking for anything with this guy, but they're not finding it. All they're finding out is that he had opportunities that were afforded to him that other people wouldn't get. He's had problems in his life with drug abuse and gun charges and stuff like that. He's had opportunities that he's squandered. He has struggled with addiction, and his dad loves him. And has served his country well for 30, 40 years. That's what you got away from that. In the Past of the Knight of Swords, certainly the GOP were salivating at the thought of getting this guy in there, but Hunter Biden's also salivating at the thought of, charging at them with his barbed attacks. He is not going to suffer their foolishness. Current situation is King of Cups. This is all about Joe Biden and trying to impeach Joe Biden, rushing to impeach Joe Biden, and they can't find any information on Biden. Overarching energy is the Seven of Wands. I think this came up yesterday. Questions asked, questions answered. Challenges brought forward, challenges beat back. I don't think there was anything new or novel or unique brought. No aha moments in this. Lesson to be learned. Making a mountain out of a molehill. The Republicans are going to play up, we got all this valuable information. The Democrats are saying there is nothing here. So little information, nothing of value. It doesn't change the scales of justice. Out comes the Hierophant. Well, investigation. It's going to impact the investigation one way or another. Again, they're going to look at his testimony. This probably could lead to a set of 4 Carters, I suppose. First 4 Carter reading is, will Comer call for a public hearing? That's what Hunter Biden wants. He wants a public hearing. He wants to be able to speak to the American public. Will Comer offer him that? You know, if it happens, it's going to be very predictable. The Republicans are going to be shouting and screaming at him, you know, calling him a liar, a thief, a cheat, a drug addict, a sex fiend, you know, everything they've already called him, you know, and there'll still be no connection between him and Joe Biden. There's not there. And the Democrats will be the adults in the room. They'll ask him questions. He'll answer questions. And, you know, that's the part. He's going to suffer a lot of abuse to get his story out. But, okay. Open testimony. Is that going to happen? 2 of Wands. It could. I think Comer's weighing the options. It could be that the closed door testimony, you know, didn't give him the emotional kick that he was looking for, and you're going to have something more public if you're going to want to get that emotional kick. The Hanged Man, looking at things from a different perspective, or it could be the Willing Sacrifice. It's like, you know, this committee is already a mess. Do you go ahead and have public hearings and really air things out? Do you think you can nail this guy on public hearings, or is he going to expose you? Marjorie Taylor Greene, I guess, is going to have her graphics ready to go. The relationships, the lovers. Again, if you have a public forum, you're trying to expose that connection between him and his dad, but they're not going to talk about that. They're going to talk about the salacious porn stuff. Underneath is the 4 of Swords. There's not going to be any it's not going to happen anytime soon. Comer's going to have to think about it. He has to think about, is this really going to be in the Republican Party's benefit? They didn't get much bang for their buck with this closed door testimony. So the Lover's card could be, yeah, we want to put him on TV. You know, people need to see who this guy is. Okay. Will James Comer and this committee put Biden impeachment to the floor for a vote? And they have to be careful. They don't know how to count. So, will James Comer wrap up his report and then try and bring the impeachment to the floor? Will this be voted on? The Moon card, the mystery, the bamboozlement, we don't know yet. Let's see what's underneath it. There's Biden as the King of Cups. There's the Devil. If Trump wants it, Trump does want it. But here's the problem. You got to get the votes. And they may not, Biden has been difficult to nail things down on because it doesn't appear that he breaks a lot of laws. So, I think, honestly, there's no there in a stunning turn of events. You know, he doesn't know what to do because he's looking at the case and there's just nothing present. There's nothing there. So why would you do it? Because Trump wants you to do it. You're doing it to appease one person, that's Donald Trump. But you don't know how you're going to get the votes. Trump says get the votes. You don't know how you're going to get the votes. You're trying to figure out how to get the votes to impeach Biden at the end of the investigation. So, if he can figure out a way to get the votes, he will. I think right now it's premature to say if he's going to bring the vote to the floor because he can't get the votes that he needs. So really what it's going to come down to is Donald Trump going to put a lot of pressure on James Comer to have an impeachment trial. Really, that's what it's going to come down to. So, Trump and Comer's relationship. Will Comer do what Trump tells him to do? It seems like a lot of Republicans in the House will do what Trump tells them to do. Let's see what Comer's relationship with Trump is looking like. Little four-carder. Two of Wands. Nostalgia. Knight of Wands. Ten of Wands. Hanged Man. Comer, he's looking for paths forward without sacrificing his position in Congress. So he has to choose his path very carefully. He's being asked to do impossible things by somebody who has no appreciation of how much he's asking him to do with working with so little. So I think Comer's actually probably pretty good at taking somebody like Trump and kicking the can down the road. You know, we've got some more stuff we got to look on. We're still working on this. You know, just he gives Trump little breadcrumbs, little things to sort of entice him along, sort of satisfy him until Trump gets distracted with something else. So I think Comer understands kind of how to work with Donald Trump in such a way that he's not constantly having Donald Trump breathing down his throat. Unlike, say, like a Mike Johnson, for instance, or a Kevin McCarthy. They never really figured out how to do that. Maybe Comer has. Anyways, we'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for your likes and your shares and doing everything you do to feed the algorithm so my video makes it out to a wider audience. To folks just discovering this channel recently, welcome. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.